Well, today we finally had some rain, and this is a quick walkthrough of, I think it's been a while since I've done one, so there's some echinacea that's really looking pretty. The shiso is all around it, the green and the purple, and a lot of mint in here, some pineberry. I have my chestnuts that need to go in the ground over there still. Some very tall echinacea. There are Shasta daisies that are both starting to bloom, and one's in bloom with bee balm there in the foreground. Very nice. Uh-oh. We really haven't had any significant rain in a bit, and looks like these guys need to be staked maybe. But these are my Shasta daisies from seed. Catnip. Look at these guys, they're huge. They're finally starting to put off some nice flowers. There's a lot of them. These are probably 3.5 to 3.5, almost 4 feet tall, I suppose. We've needed this rain for a long time. Finally have some old chamomile coming around. Onions flowering. Have some flea beetle torn, what are they called? Jesus, Eric. Tomatillos and ground cherries. I planted my arnica, finally. This is meadow arnica, not mountain arnica, but similar. Here's 3 more. I added straw to this entire bed to try to, it's been so dry. I'm trying to retain any moisture that falls. This was the first bee balm. This is a stevia from seed, which is really cool. It's amazing. It tastes super sweet. It's amazing that a plant can taste like that. More arnica planted. We have some borage. A couple of zucchini. And let me see. I don't think these guys have any. Oh, yeah, there is a turnip down there. Look at that. Let's see it. I don't know how big it is either. Bigger than I thought it would be. But still, I think there's too much nitrogen. And they're growing all tops. You can see the borage. This is why I grow it. It's just the most beautiful color. Okay. We got this guy planted with some more kale. We have bush beans growing in here, and that should feed us for a bit. We do have sun gold flowers in the tomato tube. Finally, a decent looking tulsi that I think tomorrow I'm going to go through and probably top all of the basil plants. Some of them are looking pretty nice. So I'll come in and I'll just top it right here. Oops. Right there. Then we'll have these 2 tops, or 4 tops. Anyways, tomatoes look really good. Growing quick. One basil I'm super happy about and kind of proud of is this cardinal basil. It's just such a happy looking plant. And I'll also top this guy probably somewhere right in there. And you'll get all, this will then grow, you know, what you'll have if you cut it there. You'll then have 1, 2 tops, plus this one, plus this one. So it'll really branch out, be amazing. Let's see, what else? I mean, everything is looking pretty good. We have little rodents digging, and it's starting to get kind of old. The collards are really big and nice. The kale is starting to look really nice. We're at the point where we're no longer buying it, which is nice. You know, these are not my favorite lacinato. They're okay. The calendula is kind of taking over, but they are really, really pretty. I like them. Those are Lori's favorite, with the kind of orangish reddish in the center. I like the oranges as well. The raspberries have essentially been picked clean by Evelyn, which is fine. They need to be eaten anyways. There are some mushrooms coming up, some wine caps. Look how beautiful that guy is. Jeez. We're not really eating any of them. I'm just kind of letting them fruit and do their thing. And there's another one back right there, which is kind of funny. And then look at this. They're coming up. A little bit of rain. What seems to set them off is a little bit of rain. And that's it. Obviously I keep feeding them this straw. And you can see if you dig in here, I try not to disturb it too much, but as long as I'm careful and not too aggressive. Should see, yeah. Start to see mycelium in there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then there's quite a few over here. Again, I'm just letting them do their thing, produce spores, and then, you know, reproduce. They're wet because it rains, so I don't really want to eat them. They are delicious, but I'm just letting them fruit and grow and make more, you know? Okay. We have sugar snap peas, which is pretty fantastic. And they're really, really, really good. And they're very sugary and snappy. So, oh yeah. More Roma tomatoes coming along. These are planted with, there's some basils coming up. This is a large Tulsi basil. Well, larger. One of the larger ones. A lot of these are self-seeded. They just came up from seed that was here last year from plants. Then we have the San Marzano row, which this guy just failed to grow, so we just put another one next to him. See if maybe it was just that plant, is it this spot? I don't know. Beautiful. This too has a lot of Tulsi just growing, as well as ground cherries that are really, really delicious. And the idea is to grow these tomatoes up the trellis, obviously. And I trimmed, the tomatoes would be trimmed, all leaves, to about a point like right here, 18 inches or so off the ground. And these ground cherries kind of grow to about an 18 to 24 inch height. So I'd like to fill the space in with ground cherry underneath. And it should keep the blight off of the lower leaves of the tomatoes, in theory, because the ground cherries are not so they're not affected by the blight so much. Little dills got knocked over by the rain. Yeah, it's weird. There's been like 0 rain, so.
Who knows what to do?
Yeah.
Look at these mushrooms.
I know, some of them are huge.
Oh, what a pretty
I know. The sugar snaps are wonderful. It's funny.
Everyone's sort of like ripping them down.
Oh, great. There's an old thing of if you want it to rain, just water your garden. So I watered the mushrooms a little bit today. You know, I didn't want to water too much else. Try not to go crazy. You know, it's expensive. But a little bit of rain really makes everything take off. These guys are cool. Really summer sunrise.
Yeah.
And they're getting flowers, which is cool. I think they'll need to be staked, but they're the dwarf variety. And again, the tomatillos fill in the space in between. There's some basil that'll pop up. Should look real nice. The oregano is a little crazy. And I think we need to divide a lot of it out of here, don't you think? Okay. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow or something. This guy, I wonder when the seeds are viable. They probably will dry up and start to fall off. Is typical. So all of the winter crops or cool season crops are going to, you know, they're flowering, they're going to seed, they're doing their thing, which is fine. And I think, in a couple weeks, if that, we plant another one, and
No.
not quite, maybe a little bit longer. I mean, they're still perfectly edible, and we eat it. We are having a cabbage moth issue. Isn't that crazy? All right. What else? We have more asparagus popping up. And that's kind of cool. Still haven't really eaten too much of it. But next year I think we'll have a bit to eat. This is cool. These are more of the summer sunrise with the this is half, no, it's, I think I did half and half. Compost to, I have it written down, but compost to peat, half and half compost to ProMix, which I tend to like this one because ProMix is not hydrophobic like peat moss can be. If you don't wet the peat ahead of time, yeah, it's pretty hydrophobic. But anyways, so these are 10-gallon experiments and these are 5-gallon experiments. Each one has a basil in it of some sort. Everybody seems really happy. Okay. Anything else? Celery, you know, seems to be starting to really come along, which is nice. And that's it. Oh wait, there is this, which is really nice. Not the hostas. You can see the sun is burning these. It's been really hot and kind of hot like it. I've only been here 10 years, but it's never been like this in those 10 years. So just anywhere the sun, you can see these guys. You know, this is south, so this is a north-facing wall. And these guys, the sun is, the parts where it's hitting is burning them up. Kind of weird. But anyways, makes them flower faster, I guess. But here, this is really nice. I love these. A little thick. Probably got to clear some out. But, yep, okay. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day.